Good afternoon. My name is Connor Mendez, and for my informational interview, I interviewed my father, Joe Mendez. He is currently holding the title of First VP at his company, Apple Bank. I started by simply asking him what path led him to where he is today, career-wise. He told me of his beginnings, owning a landscaping business with his father for the first years out of school. He knew he didn't want to do landscaping for the rest of his life, and he noticed the trend of technological growth at the time, so he enrolled in a 10-month computer training program. This ended up landing him a job at PepsiCo, where he did infrastructure support. After Pepsi, he got a job at Bear Stearns, where he remained for almost 10 years, until Bear Stearns was shut down due to the 2008 financial crisis. After that, he found himself at a few more jobs for a year or two, just bouncing around, until the time he got his job at JP Morgan & Chase, which he held for over 8 years. Present day, he's working at Apple Bank and is a manager of 3 different teams in the organization. He oversees server infrastructure, network infrastructure, and the customer service branch. I asked him a bit about the rankings and the titles that are held at his company so I could get a better idea of his standing within it. The entrance position holds the title Assistant Teller, which then moves on to Teller, to Assistant Vice President, to Vice President, to my father's position of First Vice President, which then leads to Senior Vice President, and finally ends with the title of Executive Director. So I asked my father what he believed to be the most valuable skill that he attributes to his success, to which he answered leadership. Especially because of his position of a manager, but he claimed that he would have never rose through the ranks at any of his past jobs if it wasn't for him going out of the way to display leadership, even when it was not asked or required of him to take charge. My follow-up question to this was at the opposite end of the spectrum. I asked him what aspects of the workplace are over-exaggerated in their importance when it comes to getting a job. His answer was my biggest takeaway for the interview personally. He said, as a person who hires and fires people on a regular basis, that he could attest that college degrees and accolades are not as influential on a resume as people might think. He claimed that even a degree in a major that is not applicable to the job that you're interviewing for isn't necessarily a bad thing, because the way he views college, a college degree on a resume, is as a sign that someone had the drive, the dedication, and the capability to finish college. This was a realization for me. And through this experience, I found out about the general structure of his organization and took away some insights about the work world as a whole. Thank you.